I pray that these 1,200 missing are found and the casualty numbers stay exactly where they are. I pray that these children that were sent home from school somehow, escaped a fire that was moving a mile a minute.
This is ridiculous. See, it's always some BS involved whenever you see these natural calamities take place. It's always a hidden agenda, man. I want to know how many of you actually knew that it was actually 1,200 children missing after the Maui fires. Yes, 1,200 children have not just shown up, okay? And it's alleged that these schools actually sent the children home during the time that all of this was taking place, despite the fact that they hadn't even sent off any alarms to let them know that the fire was taking place to begin with. Now, I want you guys to check out what she has to say about this whole situation and what it is that they're expecting us to believe about this. Let's look at this.
Hey, I got a question for you. Are you guys a little suspicious about the fact that there's still 1,200 children missing in Maui? That they actually think we should believe that when there was a threat of a hurricane, that the schools would send all those children home to their own homes where their parents aren't because their parents are at work. No sirens or anything have been let off to warn their parents. Nobody's come to their school to pick up the kids because they don't even know anything's going on. No, that doesn't make sense to me. They would never send children home to fend for themselves for the hurricane. That doesn't make sense.
And what makes this even more suspect is the fact that we know the allegations that have been, put up against CPS and their alleged involvement with, the child, trafficking situations. And, we know about that. We know about how the schools have been alleged to have been involved with it as well. So that's what makes this even more suspect.
Like, maybe they tell them that so that when they look for their bodies, well, they can't find them. Maybe then they'll say, oh, well, the children's bones are so much smaller and blah, 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 blah. So that they can't find them. They're just a bunch of, dust. And then we'll eat that up and we'll believe it because we saw what they did to those, cars and stuff. Like, there was metal, going down the street, right? But it doesn't make sense to me. Where are those children? Did they take them somewhere and now they're human trafficked to make money for them? And then they're going to steal all of these local people's land because they've been sitting on it, not moving, not selling, not anything. Okay, well, if you won't sell to us, we'll burn the frickin' place down. We'll wait till, they didn't even wait. People said that real estate agents, developers were calling them, the next day, thinking that these people will be so upset because they're not getting insurance. The insurance has, been pulled. Why would they give them insurance in the first place if they didn't think that they could be insured for something like these disasters?
And not to mention they're only offering them about, I want to say, $700 per household, which ain't gonna get them nowhere. They know what they're doing, man. I mean, I said it in the beginning that I felt like they were actually using this as a way to create new development out there, to begin new development in terms of whatever it is that they want to build. And she's saying, and other people are assuming, that it's for these smart cities.
So then they'll be forced to just try to get any little bit of money they can out of their land and start their lives over. This is sick. It's just sick. And the sickest part is that we go on believing it and do nothing. We're doing nothing. Why are we just going on about our business every day? Staying in those little bubbles. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments. You can rip me a new asshole if you want. I don't care, but let's have a discussion.
See, I'm telling y'all, it's more than what we think it is, bro. These people be having hidden agendas behind everything that they do. Okay? And not to mention, as you're going to see in the video, if you haven't seen it already, the wealthy, their homes didn't even get touched because it was separated from a boulevard, okay? Which I have a video breaking down that boulevard. Y'all go check out that video, man. Okay, down the timeline. The wealthy home, talking about the wealthies, how their homes didn't get touched, man. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, this was an agenda, it was a target. And I mean, let he who has asked see clearly enough to know that, there's no way that a whole city got touched with the exception of everyone's home who was considered to be wealthy, okay? But I mean, not to mention, there's more when it concerns the situation with the 1,200 children that allegedly came up missing.
It all is that the children were sent home. Because of the fires, they sent the children home. But their parents were at work. The sirens didn't go off. There's not good cell reception. And so, again, I pray for a miracle. I believe in God. I believe in miracles. I pray that these 1,200 missing are found and the casualty numbers stay exactly where they are. I pray that these children that were sent home from school somehow, escaped a fire that was moving a mile a minute and made it to safety. What I don't get is the air.
And see, not to interrupt you, but see, that's what they want you to believe. The fire was going, like she said, a mile a minute. There was no way these kids could have escaped. Whole time they knew this was going to happen before it even took place, and they had enough time to get the kids wherever they wanted to get them to.
Arrogance of our government officials. The head of the emergency management agency refused water. They shut the water off. During one of the press conferences, the city and county and state officials said that they didn't apologize, that there was really nothing they could have done to prevent this catastrophe.
Hey, man, this is what I want y'all to do, man. I really just want y'all to wake up to the fact that right now there's a war that's being waged on the people, the American people specifically, by the government. I'm going to repeat that. There is a war that is being waged on the American people by the government, okay? And at this point, if you don't see it, man, you have to be no more than an agent or a bot. I would lean toward more of the bot side because, you just want to believe that these are natural causes and that your government wouldn't dare do a thing. Well, guess what? You have another thing coming, all right? And so, yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. What is your thought process on these 1,200 kids missing, okay, and the allegations of them being released during the time that this was going on, and the parents were at work, okay? A lot of these children's parents were at work during the time. They hadn't even been released from the house. From the job, excuse me. And you would let these kids go, and you know that the fire is going at, a minute, what is it, a mile per minute? Or 100 miles per minute? Whatever he just said. It doesn't make sense. All right? But with that being said, man, don't forget to follow me on YouTube at I Am Awakened. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at I Am Awakened _chosen one. Just want to leave y'all as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Ashe.